Welcome. Let's solve Leetcode 1752. Check if array is sorted and rotated. Okay, let's make this bigger so we can read it. Given an array nums, return true if the array was originally sorted in non-decreasing order, then rotated some number of positions, including 0. Otherwise, return false. There may be duplicates in the original array. And note, an array A rotated by x positions results in an array B of the same length such that AI equals B of I plus X mod the length of A, where mod is the modulo operation. All right, let's go over this first example. So this first example they give us is nums array 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. And in this case, the original array would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it looks like it was rotated 3 positions to the right. So 3 got moved once here, twice, and then 3 times. Okay, and so again, the answer would be true. For example 2, false, being that it would be almost, well, no matter how we rotate it, this would always be unsorted. And lastly, this array is sorted and looks like it isn't even rotated in whatsoever. So true means this array would be considered special. I want to reiterate a portion of the problem description. It says sorted and non-decreasing. So non-decreased means we could have duplicates. Okay, so let's go over this. Today I'm going to do something slightly different. I'm going to actually start with a C++ implementation, and afterwards I'll go over the Python implementation. Okay, so let's get started. So the approach would be to count the number of inversions. So the question becomes, well, what is an inversion? So we have that here, highlighted. So something like this would be an inversion. This would be an inversion. So applying that to our example here, or one of our examples, let's look at this here. So let's look at this first example here. Let's copy this down. So how many inversions do we have? Well, let's examine it. And remember, the expected value here is true. So according to this definition, the number of inversions here, so number of inversions is 1, right? Because we only have an inversion taking place here. Okay, so let's look at I think the example 3 looks something like this. So example 3 looks like this. In this case, there would be 0 inversions. According to this definition. And lastly, I think they had an example. Well, let's just use their example here. And according to this example, well, how many inversions are there? So there's 1 here. And then we actually have, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to rotate this so we get something like this. Let me rotate it one. Let me rotate it again. I'm gonna rotate this so it looks like this here. So here we go. I'm gonna rotate this so we get okay, here we go. So we're counting the number of inversions. And according to this definition. So here we have one inversion. But here we have a second inversion. So in this case, there are two inversions. Now, let's look back this here. So before we rotated it though, there was only one inversion. However though, we need to also count this edge case inversion. So if we consider this index and this index, this would also be an inversion. So let me say this again. Looking at this index and this index, this is also inversion. So that's one inversion, and then here we have this 2 and 1 are also an inversion. So 4 and 2 is an inversion. Like, it's more obvious here. That's why I wanted to rotate it for you. And then here the 2 and the 1 are the inversion. It's less obvious because of the positioning, but remember, we need to take into account that we can rotate this any number of times. So there's a circular aspect of it that we need to take into account. Okay, so that's all we're doing. For this problem, we'll just be counting the number of inversions. So let's get started. And then we'll return the inversions. So what are we checking? We want to check for this definition here, the definition of inversions. So we want to check if so, then we increment inversions. And actually, I'm going to submit this here. I want to submit the test. Let's see how it looks. And they will fail. Because remember, we also need to count this edge case here. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, let's test it again. Oh, sorry. Oh, I forgot. My apologies. So the number of inversions here was 1, right? And this was true. Number of inversions here was 0. So, and this came back as true. But this one came back as false because it has 2. So my point is, it's acceptable to have 0 or 1 inversions. So we need that's what we're returning here. So we need to return this. And so that looks good. And then now let's submit it. And there we go. Great job. Okay, now let's move on to the Python implementation. So let's clear this out of the way, move this out of the way, and change the language to Python. and we'll be using the same exact approach. Okay, so let's do this here. For okay, and then we'll add our edge case here. Okay, and then we'll just check the number of versions. So we'll say let's test it. Okay, looks good. Let's submit it. Okay, there we go. We did good in both languages. Being bilingual is very good. All right. If you found this video helpful or educational or beneficial, please consider liking or subscribing, or both. Other than that, have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Cheers.